Howie and I started doing so much stuff together. I think I've written the most body of work with, as far as a producer, with Howie. That's where I really learned how to write. As a hip hop producer, a lot of times he would come to me with it could be a 2-bar loop. I had to make that stretch. I couldn't repetitiously sing the same melody. So it's like, dang, how can I take this and flip this for 8 bars? And, like I'm pulling on my musical ear to not sound repetitious. And that's how I learned how to really write, is working with Howie T.
Actually, it was Dr. Freeze and Spider-Man that did Poison. That they produced that, but then also Hitman Howie T that produced Treat 'Em Right for Chubb Rock, and he did a lot of the special ed records, and then he was also the DJ for the Real Roxanne too. So he was there, kind of assisting, in the production of the stuff. So he was helping them, but then in turn he ended up helping me, put this record together as well too.
After Groove Me blew up and Guy blew up, I started getting opportunities because the records on Run DMC was blowing up. And then from there, I was working on Salt and Pepper records and Chubb Rock, all the hip hop artists I was working with. And then in one of the sessions, it was a Chubb Rock session, I was playing keyboards for Howie T, who's producing this amazing hit Chubb Rock did called Treat 'Em Right.
Yeah.
I was playing keyboards on that record.
Are you kidding
Another
me?
producer, yeah. The saxophone solo on that record, that's me playing, right?
Wow.
Right.
When they presented the single to you, what did you guys think of it at first? Or what did you think? Okay.
I loved it. We loved it. And the reason was because it had old 50s and 60s chords in it. It had like a retro kind of sound, but kind of new and fresh. And so hip hop doo-wop is what we considered our sound. I mean, it was basically like street vocals singing doo-wop and throwing some drums on it, you know? So we were excited. Chris turned it down. Somebody else turned it down too. I can't remember who, but a couple people turned that song down. They offered it.
They said Bell Biv DeVoe when they were doing the Poison, they turned it down.
Yeah, I remember when I first walked in. Mike had dropped me off at the studio. I was like, okay, go ahead in there, get set up, this, that, and the other. So when I walk in the room, it's 2 guys sitting there, and I'm like, okay, he didn't say no. I ain't noticed somebody else was gonna be there. So when I walk in, I'm like, hey, how y'all doing? I'm like, I'm Rico. And then the guy said, oh, I'm Dr. Freeze. And then another guy said, oh, I'm Howie T. Now, I knew the names, because, when you was into it, you would always read the names and covers and stuff. But neither one of them, I mean, Howie, I think, was in maybe a video or two, but not a lot. He wasn't really like in your face like that. So I didn't know, him by face at the time, but I definitely knew his work and I knew him by name. And of course, Freeze was, incredibly hot. He had Poison out, he had Color Me Bad, Sex You Up, Out Was Out, and a few other records. So, so when they said that, I'm looking like, okay, you know what I mean? So, but it was really, really cool, like they really embraced me and, we really hit it off. So it didn't, whatever pressure that was there, they kind of help alleviate it.
And they were doing a soundtrack for a Kid and Play movie, and she wanted me to write on it. So she hooked me up with Howie T. Hitman Howie T. He's definitely a big producer on the hip hop scene, Special Ed and Real Roxanne, and oh God.
Was that the Class Act soundtrack?
Class Act, yep. I got my first song placement. It was a song with Tara Kemp called Anything You Ask For.
Yeah, that Papers in the End with Greg to the Head and Slick Rick. But they said Howie T, that was more like a rap. It was more than them rapping.
Yes. It was, you know what? I thought it was real cool. He instead of reading the credits on the album, he made a record with the credits. I thought that was real slick, He's said thank you to everyone who helped him get to where he was. And instead of printing it, he did it in a record. I thought that was really great.
I'll be. 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 Cleaning up, getting all the cash. I'll be. I'll be. I'll be. Cleaning up, getting all the cash.
I got a problem with the skins. They try to play me for my pictures, they can't win. I'll always catch them in the end, so I pretend. Or even fake romance when you can't advance. If I was you, I'd break off, cause you don't stand a chance. No pace, you get the face to keep stepping. Before you get wrecked, just like the microphone I'm wrecking. I know you're flying probably think it's scandalous, but just like high five you on it if you can't
First of all, I
handle
make
it.
my own pace, so therefore you don't ever have to bother drink. And you better think again before I close the gate.
Close the gates.
Yeah, close the gate.
What?
No, that's not an episode, so you don't stand there expecting with your zipper down. You need repair there, and you catch a wreck. It's kind of whack, dear.
Whack.
Yeah, whack.
Balls. Not.
Whack.
Not.
I'll be. I'll be. I'll be. Cleaning up, getting all the cash. I'll be. I'll be. I'll be. Cleaning up, getting all the cash.
Yo, 1-900 I'll be, you know the rest. Getting a million calls a day and putting honeys to the test. But don't laugh, cause if you pass or make the grade. Let me tell you about another honey dip that got played. Her name was Greggy, but Greggy was only friendly cause I had access to Fendi. But check it, let me tell you how I got in the end, check it. I flipped the script and ran a game like Patrick Ewing. Little brothers take notes so you can catch what I'm doing.
Well, it's the Greg, the capital G-R-E-G to the head. And yo, I never sweat a man for his crumbs. I make my own
Yo, honey,
bread.
don't you fall in front cause I'ma call you bluff. I'll give you just a taste of love until you had enough.
What if you make me scream and yell and should I tell my friends? I think I'll get more satisfaction eating M&M. Gas McGreg won't get you in the door. Am I supposed to kiss your feet because you're I'll be sure?
I'll be.
Okay.
I'll be.
Alright, Greg. Call it a little wreck.
Cleaning up, getting all the cash.
But that's the time.
I'll be.
Yeah, yeah.
I'll be. I'll be.
Small choice, check this out.
Cleaning up, getting all the cash.
You money, give me a dime and I'ma drop it.
Yo, give me an act of treason, honey dipping, I'ma stop
But if you
it.
step with some respect, then you can try your luck. But yo, the Greg is not a host, so baby, keep
Word
it up.
out.
Yo, if I'm not your love, I'll be your friend. But if you try to play me, I'ma catch you in the end,
I'm an independent woman, I work hard, I have my own, and I don't need you for your pace, cause money grip, I have it so.
You gotta be more quick when it comes to this. And if your last name ain't tax, you won't get some this. I'm not the type to play games, so change your plans, B. What's my name? Don't you misunderstand me? Cause if you do, I'll flip the script and run your cash, yo. Then I'll break north, see you later, hey, gotta go. So honey dip, don't you ever try to front and pretend.
I'll be.
I get the
Word
dates
out.
in the end. Out.
I'll be.
Yeah, that's me.
I'll be.
Yo, that's me.
I'll be.
Peace to Howie T, yeah. And his brother Raw.
I'll be.
Cause it's the G to the R.
I'll be.
E T to the E.
I'll be.
Oh yeah. Let's wreck it shop a little bit. You wanna say peace to the Mark Shaw.
Word out.
Peace to the Kool-Aid.
Word
Yeah.
out.
Peace to the Chub Rock and the Greg to the head.
With the Greg to the head, yo, that's me.
I'll be.
Oh yeah.
Word out.
I'm gonna set off a little something. How about Magalus to the Dawn?
I'll be.
Big joy to
Word
have.
out.
Ran Love, DJ Extraordinaire. Peace all up in money in Mount Vernon.
I'll be.
You know what I'm saying? Pete Rock, still smooth. Hefty. Kyle West. The Sheriff, Brick Padell.
Word out.
Producer Eddie F. Yo,
Word
Mom,
out.
Joanne. My mom's.
Word
FS
out.
Effect.
I'll be.
Baby Mecca Rolls. Peace. I'm out.
Cleaning up, getting all the cash.
Like as a group, I always work with outside producers anyway, because I always like to have outside movements. And I was thinking about Alice. I went to Howie's basement.
Howie T.
Yeah, just because I always worked with producers all the time. And as soon as I went down there, I heard and the first thing out of my mouth was, "Yo, Howie, that sounds like Alice." He like, "What in the world are you talking about?" He didn't know what I was talking about. And I said, "Give me a pen." And I went in the back, and Howie's back in his basement. And I think within 20 minutes, I wrote that. And we watched a lot of TV, and I was a honeymooners fanatic, and that's why I wrote it, Alice, how much just for me, and that's why it ends up with "Baby, you're the greatest," because and that took like 20 minutes to write.
Hey guys, thanks for watching. Thanks for being a part of Halftime Chat. Please remember to subscribe, share, and comment. But most importantly, why don't you become a member of Halftime Chat? We've got amazing videos, amazing perks, and being able to support the channel. But anyway, thanks for watching. Take care.
I never participated in that kind of.
And somewhere in between
us, or even loving us, on which I didn't miss you with.
What was it like growing up?
She's still making an impact on 4 houses down.
I have a couple of pieces.
trying to get this one and that one.
That works for you, but just for me,
No, okay, you okay.
They don't understand what those boys do in all spirits.
Play it.
I mean, I love all different genres.